buffoon monsters or whatever. And then they say, they're like, this is a great place for the international buffoon monsters.
Yeah.
And so they'll try to say, well, this is my thing. It's not my fault you didn't get the domain.
If I go to chrislane.com, it's this website software developer. I'm kind of surprised that maybe he's just not big enough yet. He plays pretty big shows, but the country singer Chris Lane, like his people haven't tried to make this guy off.
Yeah.
Or maybe they have. Maybe they have. Yeah, you never know.
Sometimes people just take the bad one and stick with it. I've seen companies that have that, like they'll be, instead of, this is not a real example, but let's say SouthPark.com is already taken. We'll just say South Park Official or South Park,
right.
Whatever.
South Park Show.
Yeah. There's a lot of ways around that now, I think. But so if it's on their platform, it's not.
I think that's different because they own the platform. You're subject to their terms of service when you sign up. If I had to guess, I haven't read the terms of service, but if I had to guess, I would guess that they have it in there that they can basically, kick you off the platform at any time for any reason if they want to.
Right. Yeah.
So in this case, they want the name, they boot you, and probably not a whole lot you can do about it. But it's going to come down to the terms of service.
Same thing happened to that poor Twitch streamer that had the Squid Game profile forever.
Right.
They booted her because they said it was like infringement or something.
Yeah, they come in and just like take these away from people. I remember a story. I actually read the lawsuit itself. There was a woman in maybe it was filed in California because it's against Facebook and you have to file it in California. And the woman said that Facebook had deleted her personal profile, and she said that was my only way to connect with all of my hundreds and hundreds of friends. And so, suing for X, Y, and Z and all the things that you've done to the emotional damage, et cetera, et cetera. And Facebook basically said, we have a set of rules. You violated the set of rules. We're taking your page down, and there's no recourse, right?
Right.
That's it.
They're a private company. They're giving you the service for free. They can kind of do what they want.
I think the weird thing is when something becomes as big as Facebook or Instagram or any of the YouTube or whatever, you just feel like it's not a private company anymore.
Right. You feel like it's a right when it's really not. I mean, let's take it back a generation. You have a phone. That's how you talk to people. You don't pay your phone bill, they turn it off. You have no recourse. Here, you violate the terms of service, they can turn it off. You have no recourse.
Could they, to go down that rabbit hole a little bit further, if somebody was repeatedly prank calling or calling 911 or whatever, even if they were up on their phone bills, could they block service for somebody like that?
Well, the telecommunications had a whole separate set of rules. I'm guessing that unless it's in their contract with the phone company, that you probably can't do it. But I've never looked into it, to be honest with you.
I feel like if they blocked off 911, then that would be it's an emergency. But if they are misusing 911, it's usually law enforcement that charges them with it.
Yeah, maybe they're just in with some other charge and just say, look, keep doing this, you're going to spend more time behind bars. Another thing was, and this is a big story this week, and I wanted to see what you were going to say about this. So you have these tornadoes. Specifically, there was some big tornadoes in the Midwest.
Also Kentucky.
Yeah, Kentucky, one that went for like 250 miles and even hit multiple states. In one of those states was an Amazon warehouse, which was knocked to the ground. And Amazon, two things here, to a two-pronged question. Number one, there was reports at the Amazon facility and maybe another place like a candle factory that people asked to leave. They said, there's a tornado coming and I'd like to leave, I'd like to go home. And they said, if you leave, you're going to be fined. And they threatened these people that would lose their job right before the holidays if they left to try to flee from the tornado. And many of them were in there when the place was destroyed.
And I think, 4 or 5 people died?
Yeah, there was, especially in the candle factory place, I think there was more deaths. But there was damage and people were hurt in both places because some of them were told to say you lose your job. The second prong on that, and I'll remind you if we get caught up in the answer, but the second prong on that is the Amazon workers also said at Amazon in the factory, they won't let you have your cell phone. So tornadoes going through, the building collapses, and your cell phone's in some stupid locker or in your car or something. So the first part of that, what about them saying you can't leave, you can't go home, you'll lose your job?
Well, I think the big issue there is that they knew a tornado was coming and they didn't take proper precautions to protect their employees. It's a general negligence standard, essentially. Just like if there's a hurricane coming here or we for hurricanes here.
Mm-hmm.
But, we're used to it. Yeah, they know there's a tornado coming. They should have a procedure in place to ensure the safety of their employees.
Yeah, they do with us. Make us go to work.
Right. This place to be all the time.
Good card.
So I think that's really where they're going to get hit here is they said, no, we're ignoring the situation. You need to continue to work. We're not going to take any precautions. We're not going to have a safe area. We're not going to let you get your cell phone, whatever it may be, and just force them to continue to work under the threat of being fired if they wanted to take compensation. So I think that's really where they're going to get hit is under kind of just general negligence. They didn't have a safety plan in place that they implemented and executed knowing that this was coming.
Do you think that's a good case?
It could potentially be. Of course, with any case, you need to know more details. I'm sure as they kind of dig through this, more details will come out. But initially, from what they're saying, it doesn't sound great for Amazon.
Yeah, Celia mentioned when we were talking about this, I believe, it's a kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't scenario, because with a place like the Amazon warehouse, if they did let them go and then they got hurt when they were driving, like the tornado hit their car or something, maybe they could be liable on that side too.
Well, see, my thought is more along the lines that there should be some sort of safe area or some sort of procedure. If there's a tornado in the area, they get back into an interior room that maybe has concrete walls or something along those lines. No windows. Something like that should be implemented for the safety of their employees.
Yeah.
Here, it sounds like they just force them to continue to work.
Yeah, and threatening somebody that they're going to lose their job right before the holidays if they leave, it'll do it. It'll make somebody stay there, unfortunately. Go to the website. I'm sure
It's sold out. It just sold out.
It's a bad time to say that I'm one of the
if you get the gift card, people will lose their minds.
That won't be information I share. That's for sure. It's not.
All right, well, always good to see you.
You as well.
Good to have a cardboard cutout version of you as well.
Yes, I'm gonna actually use the HOV lane on my way down to Miami, and you'll be right next to me.
Perfect. You might have to cut it in half of that. It's like to try to get him to
I would never do that to Moses.
The one thing that has happened to me, though, is as a result of the cardboard cutout, Elfmo, Sanimo, I don't know. Elfmo is multiple times, and I'm serious, this has happened about 3 times so far. At night, I come into the studio to get a drink or something, and I forget that that's there. I'm like, ah! Every time.
And he has yet to look at the footage, but after he's had like 7 drinks, he'll come back in here and he'll slow dance.
Well, I figure why not, you know?
And just a little kiss, not open mouth. Just I love you, Moses.
We're going to take a quick break. We have a gift exchange to do at some point here. We're going to help out other people who are angry that it's all gone. Folks, you have your opportunity. Abraham says he got his. You were too slow. You didn't act. That's how it goes.
I mean, this was in like 3 minutes.
Yeah,
I would congratulate you on such a fantastic timing fell off. When there's a $0 price tag on it, it's pretty easy.
Yeah, that's true. Set the bar low around here.
Well, the folks who are going to get those low holiday stockings, best of luck to you. Hopefully, you get something extra from Santa.
Thank you so much.
When we come back, we're going to get into that. We do have the gift exchange thing. We have a lot of stuff to do before we're all done for 2021, but we'll do the final hour of the show live this year.
I think I went too hard.
What'd you do?
On the president?
Yeah, I kind of had like a weird panic thing. I didn't realize what I was separating.
Did you get
because
iPods?
do they still make iPods?
They do. They just look like iPhones that don't make calls.
Got it. The answer is no, but I got you something very close to an iPod. They don't make it.
All right. Okay.
But it's like also too much, and I feel like if you guys want to exchange or give one of Moses or Forrest, then you can.
If you think that you went overboard, I will even it out by going underboard.
See, Lane, how is it that you don't have any gifts? Like we planned on
The
this.
stuff I wanted to get was not going to show up in time.
So you do have something.
So I didn't have it. I didn't have anything to bring today. So I.
Yeah, you did.
Oh,
I
you
mean,
did.
Moses got this days ago.
Did you lie? What? He's going to give us a damn printout.
No printouts. I have a physical gift here in the house that you
Just
will be
think-
able to take
I
home.
don't want.
If not, we have an attorney right next to you. Lawsuit.
Are you
And
finding?
What?
Are there?
I mean, part dumb and dumb.
That's all that matters.
All right, we're going to get to that in just a moment. Stay with us. The news. John Key on radio. It is the season. Merry Christmas from Real Radio on 4.1.
From Goldsmith Jewelry Contractors, shop the best quality and lowest price. Heavy traffic continues this afternoon on I-4 as you travel east and westbound between US 27 and the 429. Expect heavy delays as well as you make your way through downtown on the interstate. Things are up to speed north and southbound right now on Florida's Turnpike. No delays on Beachline or the Greenway. Be on the lookout for some crashes causing delays. The first is on Conway at McCoy Road, and the second is on Washington and University Boulevard. If you see other traffic problems, just make sure you call the Safe Touch Security Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Samantha Cannon.
This report is sponsored by the Cheesecake Factory. Now through December 31st, 2021, for every $50 gift card purchased at thecheesecakefactory.com or at any of the Cheesecake Factory restaurants, you'll receive a $15 promo card, redeemable in the new year. Visit thecheesecakefactory.com for more details.
This hour of Real Radio 104.1 brought to you by Moses DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm.
Looking for some holiday cheer? We know where you can find it.
We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Orlando's Christmas station is Magic 107.7. More than 1 in 3 people will face cancer in their lifetime. Unfortunately, fear can stop you from getting cancer screened, but it won't stop you from getting cancer screened. It won't stop you from getting cancer screened. Accessible for everyone, including free or low-cost screening programs. CancerScreeningQuiz.com now and take the American Cancer Society's 2-minute cancer screening quiz to find out what screening tests are right for you. Don't wait to take the quiz and get screened. Go to CancerScreeningQuiz.com now. CancerScreeningQuiz.com.
Wesley and IR Restaurants.
$43,000.
Really bad. Wesley called Optima Tax Relief. Optima Tax Relief came through with flying colors. Call Optima for a free consultation. Call 800-682-9928. 800-682-9928. Optima Tax Relief. For details, visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
The U.S. Ordinarius is calling out to you. With no passport required for U.S. citizens, no regular departure taxes, no need to convert the currency, and your Caribbean destination is more inviting than St. Paul, St. John, and St. Thomas.